Embarrassment came the moment I pushed through the turnstiles at the supermarket. What was that? Why was it so awkward? Was it going to be like this for the rest of the tour? How horrible. I was still stewing on this as I went through my list, taking me a little over an hour to finish, longer than I wanted it to be. But Joseph hadn't reached out yet, so after arranging for most of the supplies to be delivered to the venue tomorrow, I headed out to search for candy kiosks for Elaine's craving. I found one near the mall's main entryway, right across a pet store. Another pang echoed through my chest. I ended up in a rabbit hole of videos of people saying goodbye to their pets last night, and I didn't even think I'd cry for dogs and cats that I didn't even know. Joseph seemed fine now, but I heard from the office gossip that he just got Susie's ashes before we flew here. How devastating. Text from Joseph.
I'm done. Where should I meet you?
I paused from putting Elaine's candies in my bag and stared at the name on my phone. Who knew I'd ever see a message from him after all these years? My past self could never. I didn't even know his full name 2 weeks ago. Text from Meah. I'll meet you outside the supermarket. His back was to me when I spotted him, facing the supermarket, one hand inside his pocket while the other carried the bag I gave him. With a deep breath, I approached him, determined not to make it weird this time. But, as if sensing my presence, he turned when I was a few feet away, and I nearly tripped when our eyes met. Damn it. You done? The question came out of my mouth as flat as the sea during off-season at La Union, and I cursed inwardly. Joseph gave me a puzzled look, but he nodded.
You?
Yep.
Do you want me to carry that bag?
He pointed to the canvas bag that was on my other shoulder. I stepped out of his reach. No, it's fine, let's go. Joseph said nothing as he followed me to the exit. It wasn't until we were near the candy kiosk that I remembered the pet store. I stopped in my tracks abruptly and whirled to face him.
Whoa, whoa.
His arm shot out as if to catch me, but then dropped when he saw that I was still upright. This way. I pointed to where we came from. The mall was a rectangle divided into 4 blocks and another pathway around 1 block to the exit, bypassing the pet store.
But the exit's there.
I forgot something. I lied. Come on. A confused frown pulled at his brows, but he followed me anyway. We walked in silence, and Joseph would occasionally slow down at some stores, looking at me questioningly, but I'd snap at him to keep walking. Soon, I could see the exit, and we were past the pet store. Success!
Meah?
His hand was suddenly on my wrist, and I flinched a little at the surprise contact. What? I snapped. But did you forget something?
You said that you forgot something.
Right. I said that. I didn't think much of this plan to keep him from seeing the pet store. I didn't need to get that thing anymore, so let's go. I tried to pull away, but his grip tightened, and he pulled me to the side so we weren't standing in the way of foot traffic.
So we took the long way for nothing then?
No, not for nothing, I retorted, pulling my hand away, hugging the grocery bag closer to my body as if it would shield me from his piercing gaze. I had reasons. And we don't have the time
Meah,
to... Joseph interrupted.
We have time. I'm not leaving until you tell me.
I made a face, hoping my petulance would work on him, but he stood there, waiting patiently. There was a pet store that we would have passed if we went that way, I relented. I thought you might not want to see that because, you know. The little bit of stonies on his face faded into understanding.
Thank you for thinking of me.
A light flutter danced at the base of my stomach when I caught his soft smile, and I hugged the bag closer to me. That's it. Can we go now?
No, I still have questions.
About what?
You tell me.
Joseph angled his head at me.
You're the one acting strange today.
I knew what he was talking about, but I still feigned innocent. Strange? How?
Like you're still mad at me. But also, not quite. Because I'd rather you give me the cold shoulder than this robot version of you.
He frowned again.
You sound so formal, neutral, so I can't help but feel like I did something wrong.
I'm not mad, I insisted. I'm trying to be nice to you. To my surprise, he scoffed.
God, you are so boring when you're being nice.
Hey, you should be thankful, I exclaimed, letting go of the bag that I used to shield myself. I motioned between us. This takes some getting used to, okay? I've been mad at you for years, so I'm still trying to figure out how it's supposed to go. Joseph let out a relieved exhale.
We don't have to be friendly to each other, but I don't know, act naturally. And if your natural mode is that we occasionally argue, then so be it.
Are you sure you can take it? I asked, putting a hand on my hip. Be careful what you wish for.
You know I can.
He replied. Then I couldn't help it. I laughed. He folded his arms, smiling.
See? This is nice.
What's nice?
Finally seeing you act like who you are.
What do you mean by that? I pointed at him. I swear, Joseph, if this is a joke, I will leave you here.
You're like the sun.
He said, earnestness shining in his eyes.
When you're angry, it feels like the harsh noontime sun. Bright, blinding, and painful to the skin. But when you're not, you color the sky. Orange when you're serious. Red when you're excited. Gold when you're happy. You're warm. No wonder people flock to you like a magnet, because you make them feel that.
Joseph's cheeks had turned scarlet, but he wasn't finished.
So, that flat, awkward thing that you were doing earlier, it's all gray, colorless. It's not you.
Oh, now I felt warm. Thank you. I cleared my throat and took another breath, willing the swirling emotions to stay put, the fluttering in my stomach to stop. Well, is that all? Any burning questions, confessions? I said that last word without thinking and then clamped my mouth shut. Good Lord, get a grip, Meah. His cheeks were still flushed, but Joseph didn't look like he was embarrassed at all.
I'm good.
Great. Let's go. But I couldn't stop the smile that tugged at my lips as I tucked his words in the corner of my heart. Win Meah over.